Good day, ladies and gentlemen, either or neither. My name is Zafageek, and welcome to Fighting Simulator Sickness or Motion Sickness related to playing video games. Doctors gave it this name because it was first noticed in people using driving or flying simulators. Doctors aren't exactly sure why video games cause motion sickness. To tell you the truth, I know what causes it, but we will get to that later. The doctors think it might have to do with conflicting messages about movement that the brain gets from the eyes and inner ears. Essentially, liquid in your inner ears allows you to sense if you're moving or not. This is where your brain comes in. If your inner ears senses that you're sitting still, while your eyes see movement on the screen and tell the brain that you're moving, basically, your eyes tell your brain that you're moving and your ear says you're sitting still. And this could lead to one feeling sick, dizzy, or drowsy. So, what is there to be done? Chances are that not all games will make you sick, so just find ones you can play and avoid the rest that make you sick. You could also sit farther back from the screen in a well-lit area, or make sure you get fresh air, or even use ginger candy or something along those lines. Now, before I continue, I'd like to take the time to thank my lovely Patreon supporters on screen and my Twitch viewers for your amazing support. You are all breathtaking. But what if I told you there was another way to combat simulator sickness? What if I told you that you could play the games you want to without worrying about simulator sickness? What if I tell you that I know what causes motion sickness in games, aside from the biological aspect, of course? Developers want some form of realism in games, so they design elements in games that causes motion sickness. It could be something as simple as a slight camera sway, as can be seen in Osiris New Dawn, or something as egregious as the head bob while mining an Ark Survival Evolved. So, how do we combat this? Just by looking at the options menu in most games. Let's look at the options menu in 7 Days to Die. And the reason why I'm using 7 Days to Die as an example is due to the fact that one of my viewers mentioned that she got sick from playing 7 Days for long periods of time. I told her about what I do to combat it. It worked for her, and she suggested making a video about it. So thank you. And this is where we get to the comments. If you have reached this part of the video, comment below just the words thank you. And yes, you can thank yourself. The first 10 thank yous will get a lovely like from me. Okay, who am I kidding? I'm gonna like every comment, but only the first 10 will be lovely. So, let's get down to business. This process is basically trying to find what in the game causes motion sickness. And to make things simpler, I will list the biggest offenders first that you can change almost always immediately, followed by what I have heard people do to fix their simulator sickness. The first group. Find the FOV slider and increase it to an acceptable level. Usually, in 7 Days to Die, it's around the 75 mark. In competitive games, one could probably change it to its maximum setting. Disable motion blur. Don't ask me why developers still put this in games. Another culprit is gamma brightness. Increase this slider slightly until the simulator sickness ceases, usually between 5 to 10 increments. Disabling head bobbing and or weapon sway can also help massively, especially head bobbing. Now we get onto the recommended settings as submitted by friends and viewers. Bloom and chromatic aberration could be disabled due to the brightness of certain objects and spell effects in games. Another one that could be taken out of games is the depth of field view, but luckily this could also be disabled in most games. Hopefully this info helps you with playing games that you always wanted to play. What do you do to combat simulator sickness? Do you have a game that you want to play and some of the options do not exist in the game? Comment below, and while you're there, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If this video reaches 500 likes, I'll dance and release a video of how South African men flirt. Seriously. Thank you everyone for watching. Check the links out in the video description below. My name is Zafageek, and until next time, have a good one.